All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about how we can delete the item. Now, there are obviously infinite number of different ways that you can go about deleting an item from a list. We can add a button over here on the side that will delete the item. We can make this whole row clickable, and we can go to a different page where we can delete the item. But what I want to do is I want to delete these items just by swiping it from right to left. So if I swipe in this direction, I would delete feed the dog. So how do we do this? Well, there's already a control available which can help us accomplish this. And that control is called dismissible. So I'm going to try to find out where we created our list tile, which is right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can wrap this list tile inside a different widget. So I'm going to go ahead and right click. I'm going to say refactor, wrap with a widget. And the widget that we're going to wrap it with is called dismissible. Make sure that we get the name right. Dismissible is a widget which can be used to dismiss something. Now, there are a couple of things that we need to provide with dismissible, and one of those things is a key. Now, this key is used to distinguish between different dismissible widgets. So you have to pass in something unique over here. Well, the good thing is that we already have something unique that is called the task ID. So we can simply pass in there. If you don't pass something unique, then you may run into some weird issues. The other thing dismissible widget allows you to do is to have a function called onDismiss with a particular direction. So I guess it can be right to left and left to right also. And over here, we will actually dismiss the actual or delete the actual object, which is the task. One of the other things, or the final things in that is the background color. So background color, and what we're going to do is we're going to use a container and simply going to set the color to be the red. So colors.red, because we're deleting something, red is a good color for indicating that it's being deleted. Now, obviously, that item is not really being deleted because, well, we didn't really do anything in onDismiss. So let's go ahead and see how we can delete an item. So I'm just going to go ahead and say delete the task and pass in the task. The delete task will be our own function. So it's not really going to return anything. So it's going to be void. It's going to be a private function. So that's why we are starting with underscore. You are going to pass in a task to it. And I'm also going to mark this with async. And you'll see in a moment why we are marking this with async. Okay, so how do we delete a task? Well, we will use a Firebase Firestore instance.collection. And the collection from where we are deleting a document is to-dos. .doc. Now we need to pass in the ID of the doc. Luckily, we actually have that because it is the task ID. Once we have the particular document, we can simply go ahead and call delete on it. Done. Now, this delete is a promise or a future, so we have to wait for it. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and say await. And there you have it. Let's go ahead and do a hard reset on our device. Okay, let's see if we can get that functionality. So I'm going to click over here, and you can see right here, I can swipe from right to left. See that? Now, let's go ahead and swipe right to left, and it's gone. Now, let's go in our database and make sure that it is gone. Okay, we only have 2 tasks remaining, clean dishes and wash the car. Let's go ahead and delete clean dishes. There we go. And now oops, maybe I deleted the wrong one. Let's see. Oh, I deleted the wrong one. Okay. And now let's go ahead and delete the final one, which is clean dishes. And now it's gone. Let's go ahead and add something. Feed the rabbit. Feed the rabbit. Let's go ahead and say clean the car. Clean the car. Now let's go ahead and delete clean the car. There we go. And there we go. So everything is working perfectly fine. We're able to add, we're able to retrieve and display, and we're even able to delete by using a dismissible action. Now, obviously, one of the things that I mentioned earlier on is the code that we are writing right now. As you can see, it's meant to quickly deal with the Firebase database and the Firestore database. It's not the most clean code because the to-do list page.dart, this is our widget. This is something that we displayed on the screen. And we wrote a lot of code, pretty much all of it, that is deleting, that is adding, that is listing. So all of these different things that we are trying to do, they should not be over here. But it's always a good start when you can see your thing working, when you can see the integration working, and when you can quickly see that, oh, I've been able to integrate my Flutter app with Firebase. So this is perfect. But for our future apps, we need a little bit more structure. And that structure will be provided by different patterns. And one of the patterns we'll be using will be the MVVM design pattern. Let's go ahead and learn a little bit about MVVM design pattern before we can start using it.